Hello, so my name is Sarthak and I'm about to pursue my LLM in International Law from the Graduate Institute of Geneva, starting from September 15th this year onwards. It's a one-year course to pursue my International Law Masters. So when I started looking for financial options, my friends initially suggested me to go to the bank and everything, but then with the pandemic and all the problems that came along with it, I was left with no choice and I was wondering where to go and end up at. And that's the time when I discovered this association called WeMakeScholars, which is thankfully been facilitated excellently by the government of India's digital initiative, going digital initiative. And I can tell it with complete certainty that during this pandemic, the whole process was eased out completely, starting from the plans that were available in terms of taking the loan, the type of loans that are available, and most importantly, the financial officer. The financial officer in my case was Rimpa Pal in Calcutta, and she was very efficient and up to date with all the issues that I would be facing before I approached the bank itself. So the reason why I chose WeMakeScholars rather than directly approaching the bank is because of the fact that in India, getting a loan sanction is a lot of bureaucratic process and a lot of confusion which can prevail. And many a times we might not get direct assistance, unlike WeMakeScholars, which is, by the way, completely free of cost and there are no costs involved. It is a fantastic initiative where young students or anyone who is willing to pursue academics by utilizing a loan can get help in terms of understanding the nuances that is involved in terms of obtaining a obtaining a loan for studies, higher studies for that matter. So that's why it was very good and very helpful for me to approach WeMakeScholars directly and get their assistance during a difficult time at large with COVID and the pandemic around us. And most importantly, if I have to tell what stands out for WeMakeScholars, it is the fact that the kind of advice that they are giving. They gave me the perfect advice to go to a particular bank because of their rate of interest not floating but remaining permanent, which helped me make a better judgment. And it really came as a savior during a time when I was confused because I was staying away from my parents, we were caught up in a lockdown in a different city altogether. But thankfully, this process came to a good conclusion because of the assistance that was provided by WeMakeScholars, which helped me obtain a substantial loan, which would now facilitate my academic education in Geneva when I go there in a few months' time. For which I'm really thankful to all the financial officers itself who help people at large at WeMakeScholars, and most importantly to Ms. Rimpa Pal, who facilitated the process very much. And a big congratulations and thank you to WeMakeScholars at large. Jai Hind.